Hi there and welcome to Darlene's Creative Studio. I'm just going to do a quick flip through of my file folder journal that I created. This is my Christmas notebook. I did do these other two and I flipped through those. These are made with file folders. And I had cut out the file folders for this particular journal that I was working on, and when I did the flip through of the other one, I said that I would show you the result of my little Christmas planner. So what I did was print out a couple of vintage Christmas cards that I had online and put those on the front and back covers. And again, this is a red file folder. Actually, it was a portfolio cover with the little pocket. I just cut the top off and used the 6 inches from the top of the portfolio. But this is the little journal that I've created, and I usually have a little Christmas book each year, and I keep records of all the little stocking stuffers and gifts that I buy my family so that I know what I've bought from year to year. Or I can go back at last year's list and look and get some ideas, because sometimes it's very hard to buy for some of the people in your family. So this is the little file folder notebook that I've made, and the first section is called dinner. And what I normally do is I make notes for our Christmas dinner, and then I get together with my side of the family, and there's quite a few of us, and we have a big potluck party, and it's before Christmas. So I normally make notes for what I have to bring for that. So who's coming to dinner this will be my Christmas dinner planning. And then inside the little pocket here, I have done up a little card, and it is my shopping list. So I will make a little shopping list of things that I have to purchase for Christmas dinner. And then on the back will be what I call the family get-together potluck dinner that we do, and I just make a list of what everybody's bringing and what I have to bring and that kind of thing. So that's for this particular spot, and I have just used Christmas paper on the back, and then I've used old notebook paper. This is left over from some of the journals that I've made. This is a notebook, and I've just glued that on top so that I can write on those. And these are part of the little vintage cards that I found online that I printed out as well. The inside section is going to be for my lists for my family. So my husband and my daughter and my son, their families. I write down all the items that I buy for them. And then in here I have who to buy for. So this will be, and this is an old Christmas card that I put on the back. So who to buy for. I may take this in my purse, so I know that I have to still purchase things for certain people or check them off if they've been bought for. So I will fill these all out later and just have a little box and I can check off that I've bought that gift for someone. And then again, I've used some of the little cards from online. And then I have my son's list on this side, and then this is family. So my mother-in-law and other people that I buy for, I make a little list and put that here. And then in this little pocket here, I have a vintage card, and I just put some paper inside, and I will make notes on here of some things that I have to pick up, or I might even use this, say, for just my husband's gifts or whatever. But that's kind of something that I keep separately, because I buy him a lot of stocking stuffers, and then I buy a couple of things online. I like to keep track of what I purchased online, so that's what I might use this for, is anything that I purchase online and when it's coming in, so I know that I'm expecting a package. So that's that little book there. And I do have another little card at the front here in this little pocket in between the dinner and the lists. And this was another card that I found, and I've just added some paper. You can actually see right through it that it was a card and somebody had written on this side of it. But again, this will be something that I can make lists of things I have to pick up, and then I'll put this in my purse. And then when I'm done with it, I'll put it back in the journal so that I have everything that I need. So normally when I'm out shopping, I like to try and keep lists for my husband and my family. And then I have a couple of different shopping lists to go there. And then at the very back, the third section, I have, that's gift list. This is cards. I normally send out cards, Christmas cards, to some of the people that we meet down in Florida. So I will have their addresses here. so that I can make sure that I send cards. And then I like to keep a spot at the back for cards that I receive from people. I can just write their name and make sure that I either send a card or that I have their addresses and everything updated. I'll make a little note here to update their address. So this will be for cards I receive, and this will be for addresses of people that I have to send out. It doesn't even have to have their address. I might just have their name and, you know, the state they live in or the whatever, so that I know that I have to send a card. And then there is a card in the back here, and I will write on here the dates that I've mailed things. If I'm mailing a whole bunch to Florida, I will mark the date on here and that I've mailed them. Or if I have to pick up postage, I'll write on here that I, you know, go to the post office and pick up postage, that kind of thing. So that's another little note card there. And then again, I've just used some of the little vintage cards for the corners. So what I'll do is I'll take this now and I'll sit down and I will make out take my pen and make out all the little lists in here. And I'm going to put the year 2019 here on a little piece of paper, and then I will just store this away, and then next year when I have to go and get stocking stuffers or gift ideas, I can always flip back through these and get some really good ideas of what I've bought and what went over well, what didn't, what not to buy them again, and that sort of thing. So that's my little Christmas book that people were asking me about. I also, this is a mini wheats cereal box, and I've cut out, this is a little flip book that I wanted to make. So I've just cut it to a certain length and scored, if you can see the lines here, scored along here and here so that I can create a little flip book. And I just did start one yesterday, I just haven't finished it. I covered the outside of the cardboard in fabric, and then the inside has paper. And I've attached a button, and I think I'm going to take this off and maybe sew it on with a thread and another little button here because it sticks out a little bit. And then what I will do is just pull this elastic around here and loop it around that button. So that will be my closure. And I'm going to decorate the outside a little bit more. I might put some lace down the spine. And then I'm just creating a couple of little signatures. These are pictures from a magazine that I get. Some of my favorite little scenes. I'm going to be using those. And I've just taken some scrapbooking paper that was gifted to me in Happy Mail, and I've added some lace to the edges, so I will be putting some lined paper in those. And then I've taken 2 envelopes and I've made 2 little pockets, so that will get sewn in like that. But I'm going to decorate these with Christmas scrapbooking paper, went blank there, or wrapping paper, something like that. And then I'm going to sew this one in as well, and this is going to be a little tuck spot here and another little spot there. So these will all be sewn in as signatures into this little notebook here. So I'm working on that as well, another little notebook, and I'm going to give this one to my mom for her little gift list and stuff like that. So again, I've just used a cereal box and covered it with fabric that I found at a thrift shop. And oops, it's got all kinds of different fabrics that I found there as well. So that's something I'm working on. I'm trying to get ahead of my Christmas shopping because we are going away in November, and when I get back I always feel like I'm rushed at the end. So I'm working on a few projects. I did make some little gift card holders, and this is just cardstock covered with, and some of them haven't been glued, so I'll be able to show you. So it's just a piece of cardstock, and then you cover it with some Christmas scrapbooking paper, punch a little hole there, you glue these edges closed, and I believe this one is glued closed, so I'll show you this one. That just slides off, and you stick your little gift card in there, close it, put your little band back on once you get your gift card in there. And then I've added a little, punched a little hole in a ribbon, and I'm going to hang that on the tree. So these are just little gift cards that I make for the kitties, for their little gift cards, and we hang those on the tree for them to get on our family get together. So I did those 2 as well. And then I started making, I think I had showed these before in another video. I just did a tutorial on this little card holder. I'm actually making up a few of these for some of the men in the family to put some of their, you know, their Tim's cards or membership cards, or, you know, when you go to get a free coffee, you get so many punches and you get a free coffee, that kind of thing. And then they can just stick those up in their visor in their car. but you can put 4 cards there and 2 here, and then it just folds up, and you can tuck it in your car somewhere, and then you have your cards. So I've got all these pieces all ready to go and decorated, and I've got a couple of them made up in some grays for the boys. So hopefully they can use those for their cards. And and I'll actually put a little card in there, a gift card in there as well for Tim's or something like that. So I have those made up, and I'm just going to do a couple more. So that's what I'm working on this week. And I think that's it. I just wanted to do a quick flip through of the Christmas book. A couple people had asked if I would show it when I was finished. So there you go. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.